right, you guys? Podcast time.
Chew. It's quieter.
Fucking podcasting right now.
Chew quieter.
And now, to the podcast studio.
It's Chew Quieter. Welcome back, you crazy people. I'm Gabe Mercado. We have Chris Meehan and Armando Verdugo here with us.
What's up,
and we're going to just talk a little bit today about anything and everything. But first...
What the hell has Armando got?
Yeah, I was about to say, but first, let's talk about this contraption that Armando has from... This is a new product from Rub One. Rub One, of course, is revolutionizing the way you wash and protect your Jeep, truck, and side-by-side. Easy-to-use products designed to give your ride that perfect finish, whether you're hitting the streets or the trails with optional low pressure, or in this case, a high-pressure foam cannon. Rub One has you covered. Get yours now at rub-one.com. So Armando, go ahead and talk about this.
So this is a power washer gun. It's in the shape of one of our favorite weapons, and I just dropped it.
It didn't go off, everybody. The safety was on.
No, I just unscrewed it and dropped
it. Negligent discharge right now.
Negligent discharge.
Oh, we did a desk pop.
Yeah. So, this cool new device we have that attaches.
My
to
HOA would go nuts. I'm buying it today.
It has a little orange thing at the end, so
I don't care.
Know it's not real.
I just got a letter in the mail in the thing from the HOA because some cars are too loud in the neighborhood. So I'm just like, you know what? It's time to piss off the HOA. I'm done.
So Armando holding that up, this is where it reminded me of right here.
Perfect.
So for the record, I can't take that guy seriously. He doesn't have the shoes with the pointy things in the front.
Liftedforless.com. Liftedforless.com is your one-stop online marketplace for top quality parts and accessories for your Jeep, Bronco, and truck. Carrying great brands like Rock Crawler Suspension, Savvy Off-Road, Rigid Industries, and many more. With a wide variety of products designed to enhance your off-road experience, you can trust liftedforless.com to provide you with the best in the industry. We need to get this guy on the podcast.
I know. Austin likes to hide.
Austin, I think he would be a great time.
Of course. But
he has been at every other Jeep event when it comes to Daytona.
We got to get his take on what it's like to have a brand new heartbeat in the house and that sort of thing. I don't know what that's like at all. I can't imagine having a responsibility like that.
I'd love to see you change a nappy. That's what I would love to see.
A nappy?
A nappy?
A nappy.
A nappy dugout?
You know what a nappy is?
I'm guessing it's a diaper.
I'm assuming it's a diaper.
It's a diaper.
All I can think of is nappy dugout.
Yeah. The Ice Cube song.
Yeah. I think your face would be like, oh my God. It'd be the best vision, I think. Your facial expressions and what comes out of your mouth as you're wiping. Hilarious.
Yeah. I mean, I'm old enough to have a younger sister that I was changing her diaper when she was a baby. And back then, I was just like, nope, I'm not touching this one, Mom. Nope, I'm not doing it. This one smells like fucking the petting zoo.
Man, you wait till you do the first poop. The very first poop, there's no smell to describe it. It's just pure rotten.
Matt Loxley wears latex gloves when he changes his kid's diaper.
Yeah, well, that's
Matt
only
Loxley's
okay.
A little girly.
That's only okay if you actually have the kid not spray you as you're changing the diaper.
Yeah.
Can't say I ever had that happen.
Oh, there's pictures of it. She went the whole wall, the door, everything in my oldest when she was, I don't know, 3-4 months old. I was changing a pee diaper on the changing table, pull it back up, and all of a sudden, just everywhere.
I forget who it was, but one of our friends, they nicknamed their kid John Wayne because the same thing. Every time they took the diaper off, boom, right away, just launching piss out of that little pecker.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And typically they wee on themselves, shrink their face because it's so small.
I am so glad I don't have children.
Dude, it's fun.
I don't doubt it.
It's fun when they're young. It's when they start growing older, that's when they really start costing you money and time. It's just like, man, you just need to sleep for 12 hours, man.
But see, here's
Go
the
back to
thing.
sleep.
I'm a very irresponsible person. And I'm a very how do I say this?
You just don't
I like
care,
spending
guys.
money on myself, not on
Yes.
other people. So
Yes. We know you're selfish is the word you're looking at.
yes, thank you. I'm selfish. I
Selfish.
didn't really want to admit to that, but yes, I am.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So
Because if you have
they
a
would
kid, it's
restrict
like,
me
man,
from.
I can't get that gun. I can't get this. Now I can't get
Right.
that. You need
Right.
diapers. You need food. Man. You
Yeah.
have to sell some guns to put diapers on your butt.
Exactly. And I just bought a new gun this past Monday. I couldn't pass up this deal. So, okay, here's the deal on it. There's this website called AIM Surplus, and they have a section, it's law enforcement trade-in guns.
Oh.
And I've been looking for an M&P first gen 1.0. So it's a 17 round. Basically everyone has, it seems like everyone has a shield, M&P shield. So imagine the shield, but it's a 17 round capacity, 4-inch barrel. So it's pretty much an equivalent of a Glock 17. I've been looking for one of these for a long time. I found it on this website for $279.
That's pretty cheap. I would have bought that.
So pretty much
That's an
my
impulse
rule
buy.
is, yes, exactly. Pretty much my rule is if it's under $300, you almost have to buy it.
Yes.
So
I'll take
I bought
36
it.
months interest free. At $11.96 a month.
You know, if it's a good thing a firm doesn't do
Guns.
guns.
They should. Money's money. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
What's this $25 deduction of our account, Gabriel?
Yeah. Every month.
Well, you know,
every
I'm
month
pretty,
for the next 42 months. What is this?
It's safety. It's safety.
Yeah, I'd be in a lot of trouble if a firm did gun stuff.
I think a lot of people would be.
Yeah. I would have so many suppressors right now. I mean, I have
still
4
yet to have
as it
one.
is.
You got to teach me how to get them, Gabe. I want to get
Oh,
one.
it's super. Okay. The easiest way to do it.
It might be super easy for you gun people. I've been here 5-6 years. Like, I'm not as gun like, woo, let's go get a gun. Like, you know, all that kind of shit. I just have
So
it.
the easiest-
I have it. It's like a toy.
Yeah, the easiest way to do it is using Silencer Co. because they have a kiosk. So you go to one of their affiliates. Yeah, you go to one of their affiliates.
Okay,
you
you've
do
already lost me already.
with what?
You just said affiliates. So I'm going to their page to go to somebody else.
Yes, and there's a reason for that.
Find one of the dealer.
Yeah, essentially you're going to one of their dealers. So they have a kiosk, right? And it's tied into their system. So you, instead of going to somewhere to do all handwritten paperwork, you're doing it digitally with them.
Oh.
You're doing your fingerprints digitally with them. Everything is digital right then and there in that kiosk. And and you do it once and you don't have to do it again.
Oh.
Everything's
Bring it
stored
on.
in their system.
Bring it on. The reporter's going to get one next week. Let's go. How long did that take to get?
These days they are taking about a month.
That's cool. I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
I can wait a
So
month.
they used to take up to 2 years.
A year. Yeah.
The first one that I had, it was I did a Form 1, which is you make your own suppressor.
The fuel filter?
Yes.
Nice.
And for whatever reason they stopped allowing people to do their own Form 1s. Well, they didn't tell anyone that already had their application submitted that they were no longer allowed. So I submitted mine in 2020, in I think it was like March 2020.
Wow.
And they changed the rule December 2020. So a year came around, and I'm like, where the fuck is my approval at? This is crazy. A year and a half goes by. I finally start digging in, calling them, trying to find people who I can talk to. Finally, I get a hold of someone. They're like, oh, yeah, we've changed our ruling on Form 1s. They're no longer allowed. I was like, okay, great. So then send me my fucking refund. Fucking assholes.
Bitches.
So
bought another friggin' gun.
Yeah. So
Slowed me down on my collection.
As soon as I got my refund, I went to Silence & Co., one of their dealers, did all my information in their kiosk. Waited, I want to say 10 and a half months, and I got my first suppressor. And then I wanted to get a second one, and I said, you know what, fuck this bullshit. I don't want to wait another 10 months for one, so I bought two at the same time.
Man, that's gonna be so quieter. It'd be crazy.
Yeah.
That's all you'll hear.
You need a 300 blackout.
No. What do I need 300? What do I need 300 blackout for?
Because if you do a 300 blackout with a suppressor and subsonic ammo, it's literally quiet, more quiet than a 22. It's like movie quiet.
Won't my AR be the same?
No.
5.56?
No. It's still loud. 5.56 is still loud. You still need hearing
That's
protection.
not Ralph. Who's that?
My dipshits.
That was
What
yours.
What are you fuckers doing?
We're fucking.
No, they're not fucking. What are you barking at? Neighbor's dog's probably out there. Leave the dogs alone, fuckface. No.
But yeah, when we're done here, if you really want, I'll send you the info how to get set up with the suppressor.
Yeah, do that. Yeah.
So right now is Trail Hero. Everyone's in Utah having a good old time.
I tried. You know what I tried to do? I tried to be in the moment. I tried to find my Trail Leader T-shirt from Trail Hero that I got like 2 years ago. Shit, how long has it been? 3 years ago, maybe. I couldn't find it. Just so I could feel like I was there. Nope, couldn't find it.
It might be a good thing you're not there because Jeremy Purick apparently is showing his nipples to everyone. He's even posting his nipples on Facebook.
Yeah, I saw that. I said to him, "Did you go in the water? Because he could have the swimmer's itch."
Oh, the itch.
Yes.
I don't know. I got a phone call last night from the house.
Oh.
And the phone got passed around to a number of people who were distinguishedly drunk.
I'm sure Jake was one of them.
I didn't talk to Jake.
He's probably passed out somewhere.
He was already passed out.
I talked to a few others. One of which said he'd come on the show, but since he lives in St. George area, that he's been threatened by Kevin Williams not to come on our show because he'd stab him.
Was it Tanner?
So apparently, no. Apparently,
not
Tanner. Apparently, Kevin is now threatening people not to come on our show.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe we should talk more about Kevin and
Yeah, maybe we should get really stuck into them bitches.
fuck Kevin.
Don't threaten us, buddy.
Yeah, what the fuck? Fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, but
Why would you threaten people? What has this person done to him to warrant
Hey,
a stabbing?
it's not Kevin no more. It's PBK.
PBK?
But BPK.
But plug Kevin.
Plug Kevin.
Yep. I figured that out really quick.
Yep.
No, I mean seriously. First he threatens me, says he wants to punch me in the face for no reason.
Fuck Kevin.
For telling the truth about fucking
Look,
his wife showing her butthole on OnlyFans and his product being a ripoff from KMC and that he's making his products overseas instead of in America.
Look, if you have to get upset about what the truth is, you shouldn't be doing it.
Right.
Own it.
Right.
Own that bitch.
Exactly.
Like I did. Everyone asked where fucking Ultimate 9 was made. I said, fucking China. Didn't fucking lie about it. China. China.
And then we found pictures of Brittany, or someone found pictures and sent them to me of Brittany in Dubai with the whole hijab or whatever they call it, the face covering.
really?
And and I was like, oh really? It's kind of odd that you're in Dubai in this picture. And I found out that your parent company is in Dubai. That's a wild fucking coincidence.
Yeah. It's not a secret that it's in Dubai.
No.
But
A little bit of legwork, you can find out where most companies are embedded.
Let's not give them any more time.
No, yeah, fuck him. Especially if he's threatening people.
Oh no, dude. It's like,
If he wants to get gangster, I'll fucking get gangster.
yeah. So anyway, who was it?
Yeah. Was what?
Oh,
They got threatened.
lives in St. George.
What's his initials?
If he lives in St. George and he was at the house,
He was at the house.
Julio?
No.
no, Julio would tell that motherfucker to fuck off.
You are,
Hulu
yeah,
would,
you're
yeah.
right. You're right.
Hulu would just like, fuck off.
Fuck off, idiot.
I doubt if Hulu even talks to that fuck.
No. Nope.
Who else would it be? And they live there,
They live in the area. Yep.
in the area.
Yep.
Hey, you know who we should get on? Good old Larry McRae.
Yeah. That'd be a good time.
He's got Crispy up and running. It'd be good to get a hold of Larry.
Yeah.
Yep. Larry.
Here's what our listeners should do. Email us at chewquieter at gmail.com. Tell us who you would like to have on the show. Who do you think would be a good time to have on the show? Who do you want to hear from? That sort of thing.
Tag him in the comments below.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Yep. Hit the comments. Hit the
And
comments. Hit the
speaking of people
likes.
that we've had on, I meant to reach out to Scott. I think he's having. I don't want to put him on the spot though, just because Jeep has been issuing a warning for the electric vehicles not be charged inside garages right now because they're catching fire. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to say it's Scott, it's your fault, but we all know it is Scott's fault.
It always is.
Yeah.
Anything Jeep related, it's Scott's fault. Like right now, you can't re-gear a Jeep if it's a manual, a JL, JT.
Oh, really?
Yep, because they've got this new thing of they did a recall and adjusted the clutch slip. So there's a thing. So the way the new clutches are made, it's like a 2-plate thing. It was explained to me the other day, and I lost. He spoke for like 10 minutes. I'm just like, yeah, whatever. You lost me at 5 minutes. But apparently, they've had to do something to the clutch plates because they'll explode and like destroy. It'll hit the one of the lines and catch a Jeep on fire. So they've changed the limits on what the car thinks is clutch slip, which makes it go further into limp mode. So as soon as you do a re-gear, it goes way out of parameters, and it goes into limp mode straight away, and you can't fix it.
And isn't it true that Jeep is only going to make manual transmission from 25 on?
Correct. With the 3.6 litre.
With a 3.6. Everything's going to be converted over to 2 liter
Yep.
or
No, the
4XE.
3 litre.
Oh, the 3 liter.
The Hurricane engine.
Yeah, but that's going to be the up.
Yes.
It'll still be the 2 liter. It'll be 2 liter, 3 liter.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have Scott back on. He needs to,
Set it straight.
yeah.
What's coming
out
out in
what-
2025, Scott? Tell us. There's probably going to be
think this-
16 different Wranglers coming out. Different
DeSantis
axles.
They're having a hard time right now. There's a big layoff, obviously. They're not really putting out Jeeps at a rate that they used to.
No, because they've stopped. And they're having so many issues. So, like, people are not buying JLs, they're staying with their JKs or their TJs. Mm-hmm. Too much
Well, it's for a
electronic
reason.
problems.
Well, it's but there's also other things too. It's the cost of the vehicle, interest rates. and there's so many factors. The cost of fuel. I mean, how many people are just holding on to a vehicle a little longer because of an interest rate? That's why I haven't bought a new truck. Is that I'm not getting an interest rate like I have now. There's no point.
Yep.
I don't like giving free money to banks.
No.
One of the biggest complaints I keep hearing about too is they have to have 2 different batteries in this thing because there's so many electronic components that there needs to be 2 batteries. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's ways around that.
Yeah, you just put a dual battery system in and be done with it.
Yeah, dual battery system. Genesis actually has a new system that brings the batteries up, and they're together instead of having to go on. You don't have the small battery and the regular size battery. There's side by side under the hood.
Yep.
And it's easy to access, easy to service and attach and. All
We
kinds
probably
of things,
do. We were doing at least only 3 a month. It's died off now because it's just too expensive. People are just like, I can't afford that. I'll just stick the $200 battery in. Wait another season, and you're doing that again. Those batteries last a season. That is it.
Yeah.
And then they pull on the factory battery and kill that one off too. So
I would do it completely different again if I was going to build a Jeep. I don't think I would do a JK, even though I do like the JK because it's a little bit more modern than the TJ. I still don't think I would want it. I've had it. I had a 2010. Too many electronic problems going on with that I don't want to deal with it. I think I would go LJ or TJ, stretch TJ.
What problems did you have with the electronics?
It would always go into limp mode. It drained the battery super fast. Like I couldn't leave it untendered.
So the easiest thing to do is just V8 swap it straight away. There's nothing really Jeep left that you have to worry about. Transmission's Chev, motors Chev. All you have to worry about is axles. That's all you have to do with yours.
TJ sucks.
The other thing
TJ's
is
always break.
I hate getting in and out of my kid's TJ.
Yeah, because it's got that big step.
That you got to lift your legs up through, and if you don't remember to do that, you're like falling out of the Jeep. I'm like, I hate it. I
don't like them.
It's here. She's at college. It's here, and I have to move it every so often. Start it, move it, and I get my feet in there. I'm like, this kind of sucks. This entry kind of sucks to step in here into this bucket.
Yeah, and like mine,
well,
I can slam mine in reverse if I have to. Like if I'm an obstacle. Like you've seen, Gabe, I've slammed it in reverse and it goes backwards fast.
Yeah.
You can't do that with a JL.
The other option I've always thought about, and I like the idea, and the Rev Kit boys have it out there right now, is that Toyota, that truck. It's a pretty neat looking truck.
Old Toyota. I'm sure it'll be for sale next week.
Yeah. It'd be a little bit more dented and look a little bit messed up, but
Oh, there's a picture of JP in it, so it's definitely be more dented.
Yeah. I know Dan does a pretty good job by himself, so I think Dan does more damage than Mike.
Dan is good for that. Yeah.
Yes.
Does Mike have his Jeep out there too, or no?
Don't know.
I didn't see any pictures.
The JL didn't have a lot of straight panels on it after the first year. As soon as they started building it, and they're like, "Oh, you can actually really go out and wheel this thing and not just be pretty." Yeah, it was pretty much destroyed in 6 months.
Yeah. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do, though.
They did do hard trails, I must admit.
Yes.
They've gone out and done some really, really hard trails and not really given a crap.
They're fun guys. I liked having them around when we did the Ruby Dice event.
You were talking about RevKit coming on, weren't you?
Yes. Wanda was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That wasn't the threat. Oh.
No, that wasn't.
Well, they don't live in St. George.
That's who I was passed to last night on the phone.
Oh,
what other guys? And I don't think he was quite as drunk as everyone else, but there was a little bit of smell of alcohol through the phone.
I'm still trying to figure out who this person is.
I know. I'll have to think about that.
Yeah.
And it's like, what pool does he? He's a nobody. So it just shows if the person that wanted to come on and took his advice, well, maybe not worth coming on.
He's a world traveler, though.
World traveler.
Yeah.
Still hasn't been to the border though. We can't say that anymore because she went.
Someone told me not too long ago, I think it was last week or something, they finally listened to our podcast. And I was like, oh, thanks. It's only been a year. But they said they listened to the infamous Light Bright episode. And he's like, man, it's kind of funny how he's taking all the credit for their fame, but it's just mostly guys interested in looking at Britney. Because all she does is wear tight clothes that are skimpy on their videos, and then they're looking at her to completely naked on the OnlyFans. So it's weird that he's taking all the credit for her. He doesn't have fans. He's saying,
No.
She has fans. He's the byproduct.
That's why she has OnlyFans.
Right.
Because she's OnlyFans. It's not his OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Thank God for that. No one wants to see
speaking
that.
of hurricane,
It's Hurricane.
The Hurricane Helena just went through 4 different fucking states and just fucked it all up. I watched some videos of some recovery stuff going on, and it was just heartbreaking. There was this video of the lady just being swept down a river, and a guy jumps out of a canoe with the life vest, just jumps out of the fucking canoe, saves this woman, and apparently she was going to get married the very next day.
She was old too. She's like in her 50s.
Yeah. It brought tears to my eyes. I'm not going to lie, because
What if this is the 3rd or 4th time?
maybe, but I'm glad she's alive.
Maybe she was just an old cat lady.
Yeah. But I'm glad she's alive to have that experience of getting married again, because, I mean, fuck.
Yeah, what a story.
That whole area is fucked.
They've got shops up there right now. Doug.
From the Panhandle all the way up to North Carolina.
Well, they got so it's funny because when a hurricane hits landfall, it kind of just turns into a tropical storm.
Right.
This just kept going.
Yeah.
So it's very weird for what happened. But most of the destruction came from the dam breaking.
Right.
That's pretty much what destroyed
multiple
Tennessee.
Dams.
Yes.
Yes.
That's pretty much led to the devastation that's what it is right now. It was just that dam letting loose, and there's so much footage of just... I saw another one today. He was just... His house was flooding, just a normal rain, and he's just showing all this. Next minute, he looks up and just yells out, "Get in the house!" And it was just a mud wall.
Yeah. Just
coming straight towards the house. And now his cars are in his garage is inside his house. Everything's gone. And it's just the amount of destruction. Towns are just wiped off the map.
Yeah.
Like the whole landscape has changed.
Asheville, from what I remember, is pretty much in a valley. Mm-hmm. It's surrounded by mountains. So whatever rain that they had was just being washed down the mountains into this valley. And they didn't stand a chance. Nope. Every road, bridge has been destroyed. The city has been cut off. Literally. That's why it's only accessible right now by helicopter. And speaking of helicopters, there's been a fleet of civilian helicopters taking supplies to these areas. Not one single military helicopter.
There's two.
There's 2 now.
2 Black Hawks. That's it. That's all they've had.
As of yesterday, there wasn't any.
They've been there from the day after. Two Black Hawks only. That's it. That's all there has been. And they were rescuing people from rooftops and whatever else. There's only been 2. The rest have all been private.
Yep.
And here's the pissed off thing that I get pissed off about. When we have a natural disaster, who spends all the money to rebuild? It's all us.
Yeah.
We do all the GoFundMes and we all do all the donations, and it's our time and whatever else. But they can send $68 billion fucking dollars to Ukraine. Where's Ukraine right now? Where's all these other countries going? Oh, you guys have had a natural disaster. Here, have some money. Have some of this. Have some of that.
I think it was $2.7 billion they sent to Ukraine 2 days after the hurricane, And then the following day was another $5 billion. They went to Taiwan.
Mm-hmm.
And then the very next day, Biden is asked, "Are you going to send any more relief?" And he says, "No, what they have is what they have. We're not planning on sending any more."
Oh, they've got plenty. They've got enough.
Yeah, they got plenty. They have enough.
Yep.
Oh,
So
meanwhile,
Elon Musk is sending Starlinks for free
right? Yeah,
to people so they can drop them into the helicopters and take them out, so people can have communications. FEMA hasn't done any of that shit. Like, FEMA's a joke. It's just a joke.
Yeah.
They don't do shit.
It's run by the government, so
Yep.
there's that.
well, the president has the ability to do an executive order and
The
allocate
ability,
more money.
not the skills.
Yeah, true.
He has to be able to know who he is to be able to do something.
It's fucking gross the way they're just sitting on their hands and not helping these people.
Yeah. Yep. And that's I saw I think it was the first day a private helicopter guy actually got grounded by the sheriff's department because they told him he cannot go in and save people.
Yeah, I actually think I have video of that. Give me 1 second. Let me look for it.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. So right now, everything's getting taken in by four-wheel drives, helicopters. It's pretty insane.
So here's one example. Here's one video that I found that is talking about it. It says these are privately owned helicopters, pilots volunteering their time, fuel, and to run supplies to these stranded across the river due to the bridge failures throughout the region. And it's just showing all the damage. State or government aid nowhere to be found aside from the highway. It went too fast. I didn't read the whole thing. But essentially this is saying that there is no government help over there.
Nope. You know, Cletus. You know who Cletus is?
No.
So Cletus is like what's a guy in Utah? Sparks.
Yeah.
Dave? Diesel Dave?
Yeah.
Or something like that?
Yeah, the
So he's-
Diesel Brothers.
Yes, he's kind of like that, whistling Diesel, all this kind of stuff. He's just come to fame from YouTube. He's got a car track. He does some really cool stuff. He just literally jumped in his helicopter and went up there and started handing water out and food and whatever else. Like, it just takes people like that just to go, "Whoop," whatever, and they give back straight away. Mm-hmm. Not ask, and most of everybody up there right now is asking for no handouts. They're paying for fuel out of their own pockets. They're not asking for money back. They're just giving.
Yep.
Like, Donald Trump was up there. He put a GoFundMe, and I think it was within 3 hours, they had just under $1 million donated.
Right.
One of the Georgia senators donated $500,000.
And good on Doug from Outlaw Off-Road. He's been collecting supplies.
Yep.
And trekking them over there also. So good on Outlaw Off-Road for helping out their people.
Yeah, so
our people.
Charlotte, Greenville, and a few others have been up there. And they've actually made a bit of leeway too. So they're trying to clear landing zones for these helicopters to land and get coordinates and all this kind of stuff to send the helicopters to. So they're getting a fair bit done.
So here's the video that you were referring to. This guy's basically just calling it out as it is. You could hear the frustration in his voice.
Yep.
I really don't want to make this video, but it is literally a matter of life and death for the people of North Carolina. So my name's Jonathan Howard. I'm a member of the Florida State Guard Special Missions Unit. And I'm also up here with Aerial Recovery, a nonprofit. I came up here on Sunday with Aerial Recovery before we even got activated. We flew up here and then we got activated, which is great. I have my team up here working as well. Here's the problem. I'm going to tell you everything that's happening from the ground, what I'm actually seeing, because what they're telling you is complete bullshit on the news, and these politicians don't have a fucking clue and they're lying. And I'll say this now, I'll say it at the end of the video. The only thing I need from this video is helicopters. If I have helicopters, I can save lives. without helicopters, I can't reach these people. It doesn't matter how many chainsaws and trucks I got. I can't get to them. They're 10 miles in, 20 miles, 40 miles in the mountains. There's no way to get with them or even communicate with them. I am literally flying around in a civilian helicopter looking for SOS messages carved in the mud or painted on the ground, and we're dropping down and saving them. What got me fired up about this was yesterday, me and my team did the rescue of that 11-day-old baby. And all these government officials and social media, they're showing that video, that pictures and video of that rescue, and claiming that like they have some like government help with that. And I mean, even USA, I think it was USA Today, wrote an article about it saying it was a Florida National Guard that went and got it, like with a helicopter. No, it was me, my buddy Charlie, and a civilian named Zeb with his own personal helicopter out of Wilmington, North Carolina. Like without that civilian, that baby would be dead. And the old lady we went and rescued after that, she'd be dead too because she had 1 day left of oxygen.
By the way, from Wilmington to Asheville is a stretch in a helicopter. That's a stretch.
Yep.
That's not a comfortable helicopter ride.
No one was going to go get them. I will tell you, when we go up in the air, I probably see 40 civilian helicopters, and I might see 2 Blackhawks, National Guard, military, whatever they are. That's it. No one's out there doing rescues. I have my entire team up here from Florida right now, and they have no ability to go rescue these people other than what they can drive to. And the people that are in dire need, they're out in the mountains. They are completely cut off. Now, I will say, I spoke to my congresswoman down in Florida, and she's a badass, and she made a bunch of phone calls, and now we got 2 contracted 60s coming up here tomorrow, which is great. I love that, but like, I still don't understand why we don't have more helicopters. Like, we'll get a lot of work done with that, but there's no military. There's no one's doing nothing. It blows my mind. And they're not even allowing people to see what's really going on. One of our friends yesterday, they were actually escorting CNN down at Lake Lure, and they wouldn't even let CNN, the sheriff department would not let them go videotape the bad areas, how destructive it is. I don't know why they don't want to show you all that, but I mean, it is bad. I should also say, when I flew here on Sunday, they actually stopped us from going in, the sheriff department. And it was because of a bunch of politics that they were claiming was the Speaker of the House of North Carolina that was preventing us from even going in and trying to kick us out, which I have clarified today with North Carolina politicians that reached out to me, good on them. And they were like, that's complete bullshit. The Speaker of the House has nothing. He wants you guys there. But this is the kind of political BS that is happening here right now. Like, everyone's trying to be in charge without taking any type of action. Nobody wants to coordinate with anybody. Everybody wants to pretend like they're being the hero while these people are literally fucking dying in the mountains.
Here's my take on this. I think this is orchestrated as a result of fear from Biden and Harris that these people are going to vote for Trump. And if they can't get out, then they can't vote.
Mm-hmm.
Just my theory. I could be totally wrong. It can also just be that, hey, they don't give a shit about these people.
Well, but they don't, because most of them are Republicans, so who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Because that's the kind of people they are. See, what I don't understand is we have the most powerful military in the world, and they moved, I think it was something like 30 Black Hawks out of, I think it was North Carolina or South Carolina. They relocated them because they knew the storm was coming through. Those 30 Black Hawks should be allocated to go and help people. And I heard that the pilots are wanting to go. They're waiting for their orders to be cleared. No one's given the order to go, yep, go get them. Like, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, everything should be immobilized right now, and it's a rescue mission. Go and earn your money. Like, you're not going overseas fighting whatever. You're fighting here right now to go and help people.
These are 4 southern states.
Yep.
That are predominantly going to vote
Military.
Republican. So, again, that's just my theory. I could be totally wrong. but right now theories are kind of undefeated with the truth popping up.
Well, I look at it and look at the 3 states: Florida, Georgia. Well, there's more: North Carolina, South Carolina. They got here too, and Tennessee. There's 5 states.
Yep.
Most of the places don't even have power. So how are they going to go vote in 20-something days?
Right.
Because we know how long power takes to come back on.
Mm-hmm.
Where are they going to go to vote? Where do you go? If you've got no communications, how do you tell people where to go?
Yeah.
So that's a lot of people that aren't going to vote.
This is a video that I found really disturbing too. It's a casket just floating
down
the river.
Where did that casket come from? Did it float up out of
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Was it at a morgue? Was it in the back of a hearse going to somewhere? It's like, what's the story with it? Do we even know?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to know if I want to know or not, because it's pretty disturbing.
Yeah, like even just some of the photos of like, there was no rock on the garden on the riverbed. It was just like sand, and now it's just massive rock pebbles that have just got thrown down from somewhere else into that lake, into that riverbed now.
Yeah.
And town's gone.
One other thing that's kind of pissed me off is the day after all of this is going on, Kamala Harris is on some sort of podcast, and she's talking again about how she's middle class. She came up in the middle class. Oh my God. And she's laughing about eating Doritos and needing napkins. It's like, bitch, these people are fucking dying. They don't have Doritos. They don't have napkins.
They don't have shit.
And you're over here laughing, having a good time. Why aren't you getting off your fucking ass and helping them? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Well, see, both of them turned around and said, well, we don't want to go down there because, you know, it's a big deal for us to go down there. We don't want to hold people up.
Oh, bullshit.
Like, whatever, fucking tool.
Yeah. It's, it's a shit show. People over there are saying they just have no faith in the government right now.
No.
And I don't blame them.
Who does?
Yeah. I watched some fucking Democrat on social media. When Trump was down there, it's like they built him a mini stage. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure they just stacked up bricks because they're cleaning up.
Right.
Because if you look behind him, there's bricks stacked up too, and he just stood behind them. And she's carrying on and on. Like, how dare he take people from doing other things to stack him up a stage? Like, if you vote for Donald Trump, you're stupid, you're this, you're that, and you just... Yeah. I'm just like, shut the fuck up.
It's all of the comments of, it's staged for the media.
Yeah.
Okay. Where's everyone else that wants to be doing something? Mm-hmm. They're not even there.
Nope, they're gone.
He showed up.
Yep.
And he's cooperating with Elon, and they got together and sending him communication devices.
Correct.
Communication, getting money, getting funding. I mean, he had access to a lot of money, and he's making sure that that's happening to get supplies and relief down there. So
yeah, because the government's doing shit.
Right. Here's another example of the government
DTS
not doing
terrible.
Shit. Here's another example of the government not doing shit or lying to us at the same time. A Biolab fire in Rockdale County, Georgia, this weekend is emitting orange plumes of toxic fucking smoke. And they're acting very nonchalant about it. The first press conference they had said, we don't know what the chemical is. Later to find out it was chlorine. But it's a toxic gas when it's mixed improperly. So they had people shelter indoors. They've had people just say, listen, it's bad outside. If you're downwind in that plume of smoke, you might get sick. I have a few questions about that. Number one, where's the urgency? Number two, why couldn't you figure out what that was right away So you can issue a health advisory and say, listen, if your symptoms are this, this, and this, get to the doctor or the hospital right away. Instead, people might be wondering, why am I coughing blood? What did I eat? What's wrong with me?
Yep. Well, the thing is, go on, Gabe.
I was going to say, the other thing is the EPA is there. They were on site, and they're also wondering the same thing. This is the third fire in that as many years at that same lab. Why hasn't the government shut that fucking place down?
Well, here's the other thing too. So, as I don't know what it's like here in America, but home in Australia, any factory that has chemicals, at the front gate, they have a hazmat box. Yes. So when the fireys turn up or emergency servers, they know exactly where things are kept, what chemicals are on site. So they know, well, do we use water? Do we use foam? Do we use a chemical, like a powder, to fight whatever we need to fight? So when you watch that first press conference with the woman, the fire chief, she says, we didn't know what we're dealing with.
Right.
So straight away, what do you mean you don't know?
It's incompetence.
Did the factory not have that box out the front that tells you what shit is? If not, guess what? You're shut down. No longer right. Open. You're done. This is your third strike. Finished.
I worked for a hazmat company at one point. And it is by law, you have to have these placards placed on the outside of the building of every chemical. If it's corrosive, if it's flammable, if it's toxic, whatever it might be, you have to have these posted on the building. And as you said, there has to be a manifest of what's in the building. The other thing is this. They said that it's a chemical reaction caused by a leaky pipe, a water pipe, in a room with a chemical that has a chemical reaction of water. Why the fuck would you have these chemicals in this room that has a faulty pipe system?
Well, it's a sprinkler system.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's just complete incompetence.
Yep. Yeah, but I love how everybody's freaking out because it says Biolab.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, what are they doing in there? No, it's a pool supply. Just chlorine and a few other things, but for this to be the third problem that it's had, like surely they would have learned from the first time.
Right.
Did it not get inspected enough?
Yeah.
Someone taking bribes to look the other way because they're doing shit they shouldn't be.
So that's the second example of us not trusting the government, because this is pretty much a government issue, because the EPA is the government. The EPA should have shut this fucking place down.
Oh, I bet you if they're doing diesel deletes there, they'd be shut the fuck down.
Right. So here's the third incompetent dealing with the government in as many days. Shipping ports are shut down because of a strike.
Government doesn't have control of that.
Yep.
Oh, yes, they do. They do. Joe Biden could have stepped in. There's two different acts. One was passed in 1937. The other one was passed in 1963, I think it was. Both of them say the government can step in and help negotiate a collective bargaining agreement. The second one says the president can step in and issue a cool down period and mandate that these workers work during the negotiation period.
To give it time.
He won't do that. You know why? Because they're mostly Democrats.
Yeah. So the ILA chief chairman, he was brought up on RICO charges. He owns a $70 million fucking boat yacht. He makes over $2 million a year or some shit like that. And he's the one saying, oh, I'll burn this motherfucker down, basically.
With his gold chain and his freaking
I just looked at that.
New Jersey accent.
Yeah,
I'm sitting there going, this fucking mobster. Mobster.
He's not even a worker, but he's putting it all out there. He's got nothing to lose.
You want to know how he got off on these RICO charges? The main witness was found murdered, dead in a trunk of a car.
Oh, fancy that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always the guy that steps up and goes, well, let's go do this and let's go do that. It's not even going to affect him the slightest.
No.
The idea of what a unions is for is great in concept. The problem is people get greedy, people get power hungry. Someone wants a piece of something, so then it all just gets fucked from there. It's ridiculous how bad the greed is at the either the Teamster or the union level to get stuff done, and how much money they take out of that, and the people that the workers that have to pay the percentage out of their pocket every week when it comes out of their check automatically are just like, well, I guess we got to do it because they're going to protect us. Like,
yeah, we're very unionized in Australia. I was part of the TWU, which is the Transport Workers Union. I was a delegate too when I was working at one of the transport places. My dad was a TWU member forever. He was a delegate too. Once we started doing a bargaining agreement with pay, I quickly learnt that all they are is a moneymaker. They just line their own pockets and they did not fight for the workers. And then when I went to Qantas, they tried to get me signed up for the TWU, and it was the same damn delegate that represents Qantas that would have did the transport that I was working for. And I pretty much got like probably 100 people unassigned because I'm like, dude, they're going to hang you out to dry. They're not there for you. They're there for the business. They're not there for the workers. They'll tell you that they're there for you, but they're not. They couldn't give two shits about you. They just give you a little bit, so you just keep paying in every week and paying in every week. And what happens? I can just pay on the spot and join up. For when this shit like this stuff happens at the wharf, I can just sign up that day. I'm a part of it. I don't need to keep paying for the whole 10 years ago. It's just a rot.
They knew this was coming down. There was warnings way ahead of time saying October 1st, we're going to stop working unless this happens. And no one lifted a fucking finger to stop it. No one lifted a finger to say, hold on a second, let's sit down, because they haven't negotiated since June. No one has sat at the same table and said, all right, let's talk this out. I know what you want. This is what I want. How about we meet in the middle and we do this? On top of that, what they're asking for pay-wise is not that bad.
So what are they asking for?
70% over, I think, 4 years for a raise, which comes out to, what, $5 an hour more each year, basically, or something?
Yeah, but, yeah, okay, so I don't know what they get paid here, but in Australia, they get paid, they work the system so insanely that they get paid pretty good money.
They do. I think the average dock worker makes almost $100,000 a year.
Because they do it like the airlines used to do it. Mm-hmm. So you'd have your roster, and you work your roster. In between that roster, you'd go, you know what, I'm going to take a sick day this week. You know, I might take 2. So you get paid those 2 days for being sick, if you have them. But then you come in on your days off. And on those days off that you said you're going to come work, you're on triple time. Mm-hmm. So
there's no regulation on overtime either.
You do that throughout the year, they're earning really, really good money.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they look and go, well, you know, the shipping companies are making so much of this money and blah, blah, blah. Just do your damn job.
Yeah.
Well, this issue is an East Coast, West Coast thing, because the West Coast guys are making on average $55 an hour, and these guys on average are making like $38 or $39 an hour. So they want to be paid as much as the West Coast guys. But you live on the East Coast in some of these Gulf states and whatever, your cost of living isn't what it is in California. So
Correct.
They want to like say, oh, well, the guys in Seattle make this much. Well, you fucking buy a house in Seattle. Go try to live in Seattle and pay for the extra in there. Try to go live in Portland and try to find a piece of real estate that's under $1 million. It's not a piece of shit.
Yep.
You're not going to find one. in Long Beach. The port in Long Beach is probably the number one port around. Try to live there. The shit house is $1 million.
Well, Long Beach is all automated now. Mm-hmm. So they've hardly got anyone there anymore. It's all automated. Yeah. It's insane when you see how it works.
And that's one thing that they're fighting. Yeah. The ILA is fighting that they don't want the automation.
Against the automation, but it's going to be there.
Here's the thing. If I'm on the other side of the table negotiating against the ILA, I say, okay, here's what we'll do. We'll take, let's say, for example, 500 of your guys, and we'll train them how to fix these machines, how to operate these machines, how to maintain these machines. They're not going to be out of work because we're going to offer this in place of them working on the dock.
Yeah, but they're not going to want to do that because that's work. Mm-hmm. Most of these guys don't work anyhow. They get called up and they go sit on a forklift and hide from work. I know because I've had friends when I lived in Southern Cal that were either godfathered in because their dad was a longshoreman, and they were out there like, yeah, dude, we fucking go out there and just walk to the car, smoke weed, and go back. That's what they used to do. That's half of it is just bullshit time. And then like Chris was saying, like they'd call off for a regular shift and then get paid for that, and then they'd be pushing the double, triple time to get on. And it was always like a mad rush for who could be there earliest on holidays to get that super pay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And still do the same amount of work. Go hide, smoke in the corner.
Of zero.
Yep.
Right.
Because I used to drive trucks into the docks. And dude, you see it all the time. Like, I'd sit there for hours waiting to get in. I'm like, all you got to do is get that container, put on my truck, and I'm gone.
Yeah, and then there's 4 guys just sitting around a forklift just shooting the shit.
Yep.
For a long time, for half an hour at a time. Yep. Just all gathered around there just sitting there shooting shit.
Yep. The crane driver does most of the work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We'll move on because...
But I'm going to get toilet paper, so I'll see you later.
Well, speaking of toilet paper...
That's the other thing, is the run. Everyone's on the run for toilet paper towels, and water right now. It's like fucking COVID. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's
There's
happening
pictures
already.
all over the freaking neighborhood.
Yes, Costco's out of toilet paper already.
Yeah. So we went Monday night. Monday night's our shopping night. We went to Costco. We're down to the last few packs of the Costco. So we're going to go get more toilet paper and paper towels. That's the 2. And we do it probably once a month. We go and we get 2 packs and they get shoved back in the cabinet in the garage. There was no toilet paper there. But paper towels, there was 1 stack of paper towels and probably 4 or 5 on a pallet. When there's usually 4 pallets stacked up next to each other for paper towels. Then there's a whole section of every manufacturer's toilet paper was gone. It was just like a big open section, and then there was some water in there. Mm-hmm. The guy was like, "Yeah, we'll have toilet paper tomorrow. Our truck comes tomorrow." The community pages on Facebook, the groups, were like showing people going with the big carts, like stacking up like 10 packs of toilet paper, 10 cases of water, 5-6 cases of paper towels on these carts and going out. I was like, didn't Costco have a limit for some of this for a reason? I think they need to bring the limits back because these people are retarded. I'm like,
when did the thing come from? Man, I've got to go get toilet paper. Like, who gave that idea?
I don't know, but all I know is in 2020, when the rush started for toilet paper, I was out of town. So I get back, I think that was, I don't know where I was. I want to say I flew back to Denver for filming Kingdom Crawl. So I get back, no, where was I? Oh, I was in Tennessee. I flew back to Denver. We were living in Denver still at the time. And my wife tells me, "Hey, I haven't been able to buy toilet paper, just so you know." I was like, "All right, well, do the old, I'm poor trick. Let's go to McDonald's, order something, and just grab a stack of fucking napkins."
Go right there, toilets.
Yeah. So we did. And for the next 3 or 4 days, I went all around Denver to different stores looking for toilet paper. This time around, I was like, I'm not doing that again. So I usually buy in bulk from Amazon, paper towels and toilet paper. I just bought a case of, it was a case of 30 rolls. And it arrived on Monday. Today, I saw that the Costco's were all out. Some of the stores are all out. So I was like, you know what? I'm buying more. So I think my next shipment of toilet paper will be here on the 7th.
So you're the problem.
And well, hey, I don't want to be having an issue where I'm running out of paper.
No, see, because then you get 10 people like you go, you know what? I don't want to run out of toilet paper. So then they go panic buy. If everyone just goes, you know what?
I'm not
just
panic
buy
buying
it when I run out.
I'm not panic buying. I'm prepared buying.
No, it's same as panic buying. It's all the same.
So
when you run out, go buy it.
I know this is going to last me a while because we have the bidet now. And we're using as much toilet paper as we used to. You should be fine with the 30 rolls you have then. Panic buyer. It's your fault, Gabe. Prepared buyer, damn it.
It's not a prepared buyer. It's still... What are you preparing for? For it to run out. So I better buy another one so just in case it doesn't run out.
Yes.
That's called panic buying.
I don't want any more messy wipes. I don't want to use that. So we had to buy the really cheap gas station type toilet paper in 2020. And that had to last us. I think I bought like 16 or 15 rolls or something like that.
Well, it would last you because it's fucking itchy, scratchy, like cut your ass on
it's
shit.
The worst.
So you don't have to use it a lot. You would hang on to that shit for like a couple of days because it's like, oh my God, harden up so I don't have to wipe it so many times.
You just give up and shower.
It's like, fuck.
It's like one
Shit
swipe,
shower.
I'm like, oh, that hurts, I'm showering.
Fuck it, I'm going to do a waffle stomp.
Fuck it, I'm showering. Fuck it, I'm showering. That's it.
Waffle stomp type of morning.
Yep.
Either that or find a neighbor that has a good paper and then go visit them.
Yes. But here's the thing, though. It's like, if you look at it, give it a couple of weeks, this country's fucked. It doesn't matter if it's made here or not. Mm-hmm. We are fucked.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you can't buy gas, the country stops.
This wouldn't happen if we had kept all these manufacturing jobs in the States.
Yeah.
But no. Certain fucking people said, you can go ahead and move your manufacturing out of the country, and we don't care if you don't pay the tax on that. That's what exactly what happened. People said, you know what? That's not a bad idea. We're saving money on materials from the building the actual building, the structure, because it's in a foreign fucking country. We're paying these people pennies on the dollar. That's not a bad idea. Let's save a whole bunch of fucking money.
Yeah. Well, I think
some
Toyota...
politicians said, okay, this sounds good to us too.
Yeah, I think Toyota just built a massive plant in Mexico.
I thought it was Texas.
No, Mexico.
Who built in Texas just recently?
I think that Tesla?
No, Tesla's been there.
Oh, excuse me. I don't know. But all I know is Toyota built a massive factory in Mexico because they think they can bring the cars across the border. As soon as Trump gets in power, stopped. Or you pay a 200% tariff.
200% tariff. Mm-hmm. Bring it all
but
in.
if you come to America...
Rigid lights, 200% tariff.
You won't be getting tariffed, and you'll be cheaper because we'll give you incentives to build and stay in America.
Speaking of Toyota, I was looking at the new Tacoma. Holy fuck, buttload of problems with that thing.
You don't want that engine.
No, it's horrible.
That engine has a problem right now, and they're not recalling it because they don't have a fix. So can you imagine how many engines they have to recall when they find that fix?
Did you see the other issue they're having with the struts?
No,
they're not installing. They're not installing bump stops, so the struts are just shooting through the fucking hood.
Oh, cool. Cool, nice.
Horrible engineering. Third gen Toyota Tacomas are great.
It's because
Fourth gen? Shit.
It's because they were made here. Designed by Americans.
Yeah.
They're not as,
they need to go back to.
They just got a little bit. They just got a little bit. It's not full. So.
They're Filipino, not Japanese. To all my Filipino friends, you know I'm joking. I love you guys.
No, he doesn't.
Last topic of the day. This just happened yesterday. The VP debate. Did you guys watch it?
Yep.
Yeah, and I heard it too. I made friends.
Entertaining.
I made friends with school shooters.
Yeah. Who the fuck says that?
Really, dude? That's not a slip of a tongue.
Like even a mistake. That's not a mistake you make.
No.
Yeah.
But the best part is well, he misspoke. From that side, I'm like, but you take every word that's out of context everywhere else, and that's what he said.
Yep.
And it's Bible. So it's like, fuck you, people.
Yeah, I loved all the memes. The memes are out already. It was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's the few tolerant left people that I actually associate started talking shit at the beginning of it and then turned off their comments because they started just getting fucking raped. It's like, don't be stupid.
This is my favorite part of the debate because JD, well, I'll just play this.
And just to clarify for our viewers, Springfield, Ohio does have a large number of Haitian migrants who have legal status, temporary protected status.
Well, Margaret, but
thank you, Senator. We have so much to get to.
Margaret, I think it's important because
we're going to turn out of the economy. Thank
Margaret,
you.
the rules were that you guys weren't going to fact check, and since you're fact checking me, I think it's important to say what's actually going on. So there's an application called the CBP One app, where you can go on as an illegal migrant, apply for asylum or apply for parole, and be granted legal status at the wave of a Kamala Harris open border wand. That is not a person coming in, applying for a green card and waiting for 10 years. That is the facilitation of illegal immigration, Margaret, by our own
Thank you, Senator, for
leadership.
describing the legal process. We have so much to get to, Senator.
Those laws have been on the books since 1990.
Thank you, gentlemen.
The
we
CBP
want to have
One app has not been on the books since 1990. It's something that Kamala Harris created, Margaret.
Gentlemen, the audience can't hear you because your mics are cut.
Fucking cunts.
Yeah. I love that part. That was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
JD's done it so many times to him, just flipped the fucking switch on him. It's like, fuck you.
Yeah.
They're not legal.
Yeah.
And
I'm fucking legal.
And again, the surprise of the fucking whole thing is this. When did Cuomo come out as Republican?
When they were talking, at one point, Vance wanted to correct something about how Haitians got into this country. And he was right. And the moderators wouldn't let him correct it. It's very interesting.
Margaret, but
thank you, Senator. We have so much to get to.
Margaret, I think it's important
We're going to turn out of the economy. Thank
Margaret,
you.
the rules were that.
Well, because Como knows he's on the wrong side of the fucking fence. Now he's trying to get on the right side.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, you cut off for a second, but yeah, I follow. It's it's blatant what the media is trying to do, how they're trying to spin everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's so fucking blatant.
Yep. You don't just get to come across a border and just naturally go, oh, we're legal. There's a process.
Yeah.
It's the same process it's always been. You are either on hold and you have to attend the date that they set for you to come for your interview because you come across as like an asylum seeker, or, you can't go back home because you'll be shot or your family's in danger.
Mm-hmm. When
you cross the border because you just want to cross the border, you get the fuck sent back. You don't get that green card that normal people do. I've met 6 Ukrainians here in Huntsville. They have a green card. They are here for 18 months. That's how much the green card allows them to be here. Is 18 months until, if the war dies down, they get sent back home. They are just here to survive because their town was under military control from the Russians. This guy literally ran on his phone. He's got footage of his phone running through the forests at nighttime to escape the Russians to get across the border. And he got asylum coming here. These guys, the Haitians, they just crossed the border down at fucking Mexico just for something to freaking do.
Yeah.
Because it's wide open.
Yeah, it's easy. They're being invited. Basically, you're getting invited to come in and take over our country. And here's a phone. Here's some money. Here's some cash. Here's a hotel. Here's housing. Here's every advantage that we want you to have. But our citizens are not getting that.
Yeah,
so
well, it's just like in the debate last night.
Last night, so much he talked about equality. I'm like, where's the equality for the people that actually do anything around here? The equality is for people that don't do anything. You want to have equality, but not equal across. You want to have equality for the people that you want to say are needing, but everyone needs right now.
Yep.
I really hope the citizens of East Tennessee, West North Carolina, Georgia, South Carolina, I hope they don't just get that same $500 check that the Hawaiians got.
No.
Yeah. It decimates your entire existence, and then here's $500.
Yep. So this was a funny meme that I saw. It was titled JD Vance versus the moderators.
Feed the Eddie right across the kitchen. There we go. And on the single leg, trying to fight. Second one, slaps it down. Eddie. Feed the Eddie right across.
That's about it.
It's crazy. Like, it's the same with they're talking about the housing crisis. If you bring in 20 million extra people into the country are fighting for homes, the prices are going to go up.
There is no housing crisis. There are so many houses available. They're just not affordable.
Yes.
Because of either the building costs or the interest rates.
Yeah. So they're talking about a 4 million house deficit is what we have. We really don't have a deficit. The fact is that people can't afford those locations and in those areas where those houses are in high concentration. So you're back to California where everyone's had a mass exodus, and either there's empty houses there, or they're older houses, or they're not in great shape, or they're in a shitty neighborhood, or whatever, and people don't want to move there.
No.
So yeah, you have real estate that's available.
And those illegals,
expensive.
and those illegals will get that $25,000.
Right.
Yeah,
I won't get it
because according to what the law is, that declaration is it doesn't count to anybody other than illegals, basically.
Yeah, because it's if anyone in your family that lives in America, and you could go back to great grandfathers and great grandmothers, if they owned a home, it cancels you out. It's only there for illegals because they are new to the country. They don't have any relatives here. Here's the $25,000 to get you started.
Yeah, and the Americans that have lived here that have the longevity are usually those that are multi-generational, either in public housing or Section 8 or something like that. I mean, there's generational welfare families that everyone is in that welfare category, and they don't want to leave that. They're not leaving the freaking ghetto. They're not leaving the projects to go buy a house, even with $25,000. So it's only there for illegals. That's all it is.
Yep.
This came out today. The news that Kamala's husband, Doug Emhoff, forcefully slapped his ex-girlfriend for flirting with another man in a booze-fueled assault after a date to a star-studded gala. It's been reported on Daily Mail US and New York Post. This is the same guy that the Democrats have been saying he's a good guy, and he's a perfect example of a Democratic male, but yet multiple reports that he slapped his ex-girlfriend.
Maybe she deserved it.
The tolerant left, folks. The tolerant left strikes again.
But it's also come out that his family is big in the AbbVie Corporation that is doing these puberty blockers too.
Yeah, they're all tied into all that kind of stuff.
So all the stuff that's happening is all pushed towards getting their family rich, getting their people rich, and that's how it flows back to them.
It's like insider trading.
Oh yeah, 100% inside trading.
Yeah. Pelosi's husband dumped, I think it was 1 million shares in Visa. Was it 1 million?
Right.
Or it might have been 100,000. I don't know what it was.
The day before
they get investigated.
Before the stock was about to dump because they were going to get investigated. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, like that. Or AOC.
Mm-hmm.
She was broke when she went in there. She makes $155,000 a year for her job as she gets paid. She has a net worth of $29 million in 7-8 years. How is that possible?
Yep.
You couldn't save every penny that you make, and the math doesn't work.
Mm-mm. Nope. So here's another example of the tolerant left. And call me crazy, but this sounds like inducing violence.
And so I think that the people who want the fist fight are the base of the Democratic Party. Democrats want to see someone get up there and give a knuckle sandwich to Donald Trump. That's what they want. But that is not.
But yet they want to say that Trump is a threat to democracy and that Republicans
incites violence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
They can incite violence constantly. They riot, and then that was the January 6th conversation that happened last night about all that, and it was like, well, he didn't do anything. He didn't threaten people to kill people, but it happens from the left constantly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, look at all the fires. The summer of 2020.
Summer of peace.
Yeah. So it's just definitely a joke that needs to stop happening.
Yeah.
Oh, it's because they got sheep. The Democratic people are sheep. They don't have a mind of themselves to do the research. They just follow each other. So when you have the same person telling you something over and over and over again, you start to believe it. You don't go looking for the truth. They're the people that they want to hit. Not the people like, Republicans are always, they'll listen to both sides of the story. They'll listen to it, and they'll choose for themselves which way they want to go. Democrats only go one way.
The thing I don't understand is all these people are anti-gun, anti-violence, but they're the ones that are suddenly wanting the violence.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to end well for them because from everything that I'm reading, the next quote-unquote civil war, if it happens, is going to be suburbs or the inner city versus rural people. And if you don't think rural people don't have any guns, think fucking again. I have a safe. There's only 2 people living in this house. There's 30 fucking guns in this safe. My neighbor, there's 2 people living in his house. Guess how many guns he has in his safe? I hear gunshots all the fucking time. I'm surrounded by farms and ranches. They're practicing, folks. I hear them practicing all the fucking time.
Out the garage door?
Yes. It's going to boil down to...
That's what I'm going to be doing with my Lapua when I get that silencer.
Yeah, it's going to boil down to inner city people...
this bad boy out. You're getting pressure washed, bitches.
It's going to boil down to inner city people starving themselves out because they don't know how to hunt.
Mm-hmm.
All the stores are going to be closed. There's not going to be any food. It's going to be a bad situation for the people in the city. People in the rural areas know what to do. They know how to hunt. They know how to find water.
Mm-hmm.
They know how to survive.
Country boy will survive.
Yep.
This is not going to end well for the Democrats at all.
Nope.
No. It's going to come to a point soon enough that something is going to happen.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, there's more of us than them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep.
There's going to be a flashbang, and then that's all it's going to take is that one little flash, and it's going to set it off. Problem is, I think the foreign countries that don't like us are also waiting for that, so that's their time to strike too.
Correct. Because we just killed off half our, if not a quarter of our population.
Mm-hmm.
They want the infighting because that's the only reason no country has ever invaded America.
Right.
Is because every citizen is a soldier.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing that stops them. Because they know as soon as they make landfall, they're fucked because we're going to be hiding in the trees.
Yeah. My question is, and I can never find I don't know if it's the right answer or the answer, but if there is a civil war, where does the military fall in line with all of this? Are they under the directive?
I'll tell you how it falls. The only people that will be a part of the military if that shit happens are Democrat soldiers. That is all.
It's gonna. Yeah. If there's a Democrat leading the military to push, there's going to be so many AWOLs, and you're only going to be left with Democrats that are in the military, which is going to be very minimal.
Yes.
Because what Democrats are joining the military?
Yep.
It's using someone that has a particular mindset and ideals in life that join the military. And yes, it's not saying 100%, but it's probably a good 90%.
Mm-hmm. Because
So
you look
you're
at
not
it,
going to have much.
yeah. Because you just think about yourself. If you're in the military here, and you have a civil war, where's the first place you're going to go to? Your family.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not another country invading you. It's your own people.
Good point.
So everyone's going to rush home to protect their families. The only people who aren't going to go and protect their family is the Democrats because they're sheep. They believe that they have all the power and they could win. They're not. They're going to lose terribly.
I just hope a lot of the pilots are Republican. Because then this fucking civil war will end very quickly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do we really need do we really need the inner city stuff to survive? No,
Nope.
we don't.
No.
Nope.
Inner city. Basically, what we can put a wall around the inner cities and make that Escape from New York.
Yeah.
Jails. Just leave all the shit in the inner cities.
Yes.
Yeah.
Democrats can all stay together in one spot.
Yeah.
And we'll just give you rations.
We'll just bus you to California, and we'll start chipping off at the border and hope it floats away.
Yeah. Give them all treadmills. Give them all treadmills.
Your little island. Go.
So they can generate electricity for everybody else in the country, and we'll give them a meal every day.
Let them eat cake.
That's your punishment.
Well, I think we've talked enough shit for today.
Nah, it's never enough shit. It's never enough shit.
It's a good amount of shit.
I can't wait for Red Dawn. Bring it on.
I can't wait till we end this podcast so Armando could tell us who that person is that Kevin wants to shank.
I'm just trying to work out who it is. Hey, how long have they lived in St. George for?
I don't know.
You've got to know.
I'd have to think about that. I don't know.
Are they Mormon?
What's their initials?
I'm not saying.
What
What's
color
the
hair
first
do they have?
initial?
We'll talk about this later.
How tall are they? What nationality are they? Are they European?
Okay.
Are they American? Are they Black American? Because that's a thing. There's no more. If you're born in this country and you're black, you're a Black American.
Yeah. Spill the beans, damn it.
Just American.
That's what I say.
All right, I guess that's enough for now. Chris, you're gone next week, or are you still going to be here next week for?
Oh no, I'm here now. I
Okay.
got rescheduled, so I'll be here next week.
Okay, cool. So
Yeah, I
maybe
found
we'll
out
get
today, rescheduled.
Maybe we'll get a hold of Scott and have him do some splaining.
You got some explaining to do.
Yeah.
Well, we have Kate coming on. Kate
When's she
Atkinson's coming on the what did I tell you, the 9th or 16th? 16th.
Okay.
So we'll have her scheduled on the 16th.
Folks, if you don't know who Kate Atkinson is, she's a badass. She's not one of these wheelers that goes
Wear
around
butt plugs.
wearing butt plugs
Well,
and
not that we know of, but
begging
who knows
for.
what she does.
She's not
At least
begging
not
for
in public.
attention.
Yeah.
She's a reputable
Kate.
female. She's a reputable female wheeler. We love her to death.
Yeah.
So that'll be a good one. All right, folks. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And don't forget rub-1.com and liftitforless.com. Go spend your money there. American products.
Yes. Go spend some money.
Yes. Have a good one.
Bye.
Arriba, andale.